Did you know that Navy SEALs train for decades without their bodies breaking down? While most fitness advice destroys your joints after 40, military research proves there's a better way. These elite operators stay mission ready, well into their 50s, using 5 specific exercises that build functional strength without the wear and tear. Most gym routines focus on muscle size. SEAL training focuses on capability. The difference? These exercises target the movement patterns and stability systems that actually keep you moving as you age. No equipment needed, no joint destruction, just the proven methods that keep America's toughest warriors operating at peak performance for life. Here are the exact 5 exercises Navy SEALs use to defy aging and maintain mission readiness. The combat swimmer builds total body endurance and bulletproof core stability through controlled, flowing movement. This isn't some fancy gym trend. It's a tactical exercise that SEALs use to simulate swimming motion on land and build the core strength needed for hours in the water with combat loads. Why swimming patterns on land? They activate deep stabilizer muscles that regular exercises completely miss. When you're moving your arms and legs in opposite patterns while keeping your core locked, every muscle in your body has to work together to maintain stability. Your core, shoulders, and hips learn to function as one integrated system. SEALs need this integration for underwater operations and carrying gear through surf zones. You need it to prevent the muscle imbalances that cause chronic pain and injury prevention as you age. Here's the proper technique. Lie flat on your stomach with your arms extended overhead and your legs straight behind you. Your forehead should rest on the ground. This is the starting position. Now lift your right arm and left leg off the ground simultaneously while keeping your core tight and your hips pressed into the floor. This opposite arm-leg pattern is crucial. It mirrors how you swim and builds the cross-body coordination that transfers to real movement. Hold the lifted position for 2 seconds, then lower back down with control. Immediately switch sides, left arm and right leg up. That's 1 complete rep. The key is maintaining contact with the ground through your hips and core. Your lower back shouldn't arch excessively. Think about pressing your belly button into the floor while lifting your limbs. This creates the core stability that protects your spine under load. Breathe normally throughout the movement, don't hold your breath. The combat swimmer is about controlled movement and endurance, not maximum effort. The combat swimmer prevents the lower back pain that plagues older men who sit all day. When you strengthen your posterior chain, that's your glutes, hamstrings, and spinal erectors, you create a protective barrier around your lower back. This exercise forces those muscles to work while your core stabilizes, which is exactly what you need for healthy aging and pain-free movement. Start with just body weight and focus on perfect form. Get comfortable with the movement pattern before adding any duration. The progression is simple. Week 1, 2 sets of 10 reps total, 5 per side. Week 2, 3 sets of 12 reps. Week 3, 3 sets of 15 reps with a 3-second hold at the top. Week 4, add a resistance band around your wrists for increased shoulder engagement. Your target is 3 sets of 15 controlled reps without your form breaking down. This builds the endurance and stability that keeps you injury-free during everyday activities. The sniper's bridge builds hip extension strength and glute activation through an isometric hold that teaches your body to maintain position under tension. This isn't a regular glute bridge. It's a tactical exercise that SEALs use to build the sustained muscle endurance needed for prone shooting positions and long periods of stillness. Most men over 40 have weak glutes from years of sitting. This creates anterior pelvic tilt where your pelvis tips forward and your lower back arches too much. The result? Chronic lower back pain and compensation patterns that lead to hip pain and knee problems. The sniper's bridge fixes this by reactivating your glutes and teaching them to fire properly. Here's the proper form. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. Your arms rest at your sides, palms down for stability. This is your starting position. Now squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up toward the ceiling until your body forms a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. This is the bridge position. But here's what makes it different from a regular bridge. You're going to hold this position at the top of the bridge, squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. Your core should be braced to prevent your lower back from arching excessively. Your weight is distributed between your shoulder blades and your feet. Hold this position and breathe. Don't hold your breath. The sniper's bridge is about maintaining tension while breathing normally, just like a sniper has to stay completely still while controlling their breathing. The sniper's bridge prevents the weak glutes that cause most lower back problems in men over 40. When your glutes don't fire properly, your lower back has to compensate by working harder to extend your hips. This overworks your spinal erectors and creates chronic muscle tension and pain. By reactivating your glutes with isometric holds, you teach them to do their job again. Start with shorter holds and build up your capacity. Most guys can barely hold this position for 15 seconds when they first start. That tells you how weak their glutes have become. The progression looks like this. Week 1, 3 holds of 15 seconds each. Week 2, 3 holds of 30 seconds. Week 3, 3 holds of 45 seconds. Week 4, 3 holds of 60 seconds with single leg variations for advanced trainees. Your target is a solid 60-second hold with maximum glute contraction and no lower back cramping. If your lower back cramps, you're arching too much. Flatten out slightly and focus more on glute squeeze. The Ranger Plank builds anti-extension core strength that protects your spine during loaded carries and tactical movements. This isn't a regular plank where you just hold a position. It's a modified version of the McGill curl-up that SEALs use to build the deep core stability needed for carrying heavy gear without back injury. Why anti-extension? Because most core exercises train spinal flexion, crunches, sit-ups, all that stuff that rounds your spine. But real-world core strength is about resisting movement, not creating it. When you're carrying a pack or moving under load, you need your core to prevent your spine from extending or flexing. That's what keeps your back safe. The Ranger Plank trains exactly that. Here's the proper technique. Lie on your back with one leg straight and one knee bent, foot flat on the floor. Place your hands underneath your lower back to maintain its natural curve. Now, keeping your hands there and your lower back in that neutral position, lift just your head and shoulders off the ground. Don't sit up, just lift your upper back a few inches. Hold that position. Your core is working to maintain spinal stability while your upper body is unsupported. The key is breathing while holding the contraction. Many guys hold their breath, which defeats the purpose. You need to learn how to brace your core while breathing normally. This is the skill that transfers to real movement. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, all while maintaining that curl-up position and keeping your lower back pressed against your hands. The Ranger Plank prevents the disc problems that sideline men in their 50s and 60s. When you train anti-extension core strength, you build the muscular endurance that protects your spine during everyday bending, lifting, and carrying. This isn't about six-pack abs. It's about joint health and staying active without back pain. Start with the basic position and short holds. The progression is about time under tension, not reps. Week 1, 3 holds of 10 seconds per side. Remember to switch which leg is bent. Week 2, 3 holds of 15 seconds per side. Week 3, 3 holds of 20 seconds per side. Week 4, work up to 30-second holds. Your target is 3 sets of 30 seconds with perfect form. Perfect form means your lower back never loses contact with your hands and your breathing stays controlled throughout. Now, before we get to the last 2 exercises, I want to tell you about something that can help if you're dealing with chronic back pain, stiff joints, or that constant ache that makes it hard to do the things you love. I put together a program called Reboot Your Body. It's a simple, step-by-step system that shows you exactly how to move pain-free again. Not just your back, but your entire body. No complicated routines, no expensive equipment. Just movements that target the root cause of your pain so you can get down on the floor with your grandkids, go for walks without discomfort, and wake up feeling like yourself again. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. All right, back to the exercises. Let's talk about the tripod. The tripod builds rotary stability and teaches your body to resist rotation under load. This is an advanced variation of the bird dog hold that SEALs use to build the cross-body coordination needed for asymmetric loads and uneven terrain. Most men have terrible rotary stability because they never train it. This creates the compensations that lead to hip and back problems. Here's what makes the tripod special. It trains your body to maintain a neutral spine while your limbs move independently. This is the foundation of all complex human movement. When you walk, run, or carry things, your body has to transfer force across the midline while keeping your spine stable. The tripod teaches exactly that skill. The proper form starts on your hands and knees. Your hands should be directly under your shoulders, fingers spread wide for stability. Your knees should be under your hips. This is your base position. Now comes the challenge. Extend your right arm straight out in front of you at shoulder height. At the same time, extend your left leg straight behind you at hip height. You're now balanced on one hand and one knee. A tripod position with 3 points of contact. Hold this position while maintaining a neutral spine. Your hips should stay level. Don't let the lifted hip rotate up toward the ceiling. Your shoulders should stay square. Don't let your body twist. Think about creating a straight line from your extended fingertips through your torso to your extended heel. Your core is working overtime to prevent rotation and extension. Breathe normally and hold the position. The tripod prevents the rotary dysfunction that causes most sports injuries in older men. When your core can't resist rotation, your spine twists excessively during golf swings, tennis serves, and even simple movements like getting out of a car. This creates disc problems and facet joint irritation. The tripod builds the stability that protects you. Start with shorter holds and focus on position. Most guys wobble all over the place when they first try this. That's normal. Your stabilizers are weak and need training. The progression looks like this. Week 1, 3 holds of 10 seconds per side with one hand touching a wall for balance. Week 2, 3 holds of 15 seconds per side, no wall support. Week 3, 3 holds of 20 seconds per side. Week 4, 3 holds of 30 seconds per side with eyes closed for advanced proprioceptive challenge. Your target is 30 seconds per side with rock-solid stability. When you can hold the tripod position without wobbling, you've built real functional core strength. The helo hang builds grip strength and shoulder stability through sustained isometric loading. This is the same dead hang that SEALs use to prevent shoulder injuries during rope climbs and fast rope insertions from helicopters. But here's what most people miss. A proper hang isn't passive. You're not just dangling, you're actively engaging your shoulder stabilizers. Grip strength predicts longevity better than almost any other single metric. Research shows that men with weak grip strength have higher mortality rates from all causes. Navy SEALs figured this out decades ago through experience. Operators with strong grip and shoulder stability have fewer injuries and longer careers. You need the same strength to maintain independence and function as you age. Here's how it works. Grab a pull-up bar with both hands, shoulder width apart. Hang with your arms fully extended, but keep your shoulder blades slightly pulled down and back. Your shoulders shouldn't be shrugged up to your ears. Think about creating space between your shoulders and neck. This is an active hang where your lats and upper back are engaged. The helo hang fixes forward head posture and decompresses your spine. When you hang, gravity pulls your vertebrae apart and creates space between the discs. This undoes hours of sitting and hunching. SEALs know that spinal compression leads to injury under load. The helo hang prevents that compression while building the shoulder stability that keeps you injury-free. Most guys can't hang for 30 seconds when they start. That's a problem. Research shows you need at least 60 seconds of total hanging time for real longevity benefits. But don't worry about that number yet. Start with assisted hangs, use a resistance band around your feet, or keep your toes touching the ground to reduce the load. Focus on the shoulder blade position first. That active engagement is more important than raw hanging time. The progression looks like this. Week 1, assisted hangs for 3 sets of 15 seconds. Week 2, full body weight for 3 sets of 10 seconds. Week 3, full body weight for 3 sets of 20 seconds. Week 4, work toward 3 sets of 30 seconds. Keep adding time until you hit that 60-second total volume. Your grip will give out before your shoulders. That's normal. When your grip fails, you're done. Don't try to use straps. The grip failure is part of the training. Here's your simple 3-day routine. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 15 to 20 minutes per session. Start with 1 set of each exercise. Focus on perfect form over duration or reps. Week 1, master the basic positions and build the foundation. Week 2, add time and reps as your body adapts. Week 3, progress to harder variations and longer holds. Week 4, combine exercises into circuits for more efficiency. Safety considerations for men over 40 matter. Check your blood pressure before hanging exercises. If you have any cardiovascular concerns, modify for existing shoulder or knee issues. Use assistance and shorter holds until you build strength. And listen to your body. Pain means stop and assess, not push through and make it worse. These exercises should challenge you, but they shouldn't hurt your joints. These 5 exercises build the functional strength that keeps you moving at 80. The combat swimmer develops posterior chain endurance. The sniper's bridge activates weak glutes. The ranger plank protects your spine with anti-extension strength. The tripod builds rotary stability. And the helo hang decompresses your spine while building grip and shoulder strength. Together, they create a complete system for maintaining capability and preventing injury as you age. The consistency is what creates lasting change. Doing these once won't reverse years of sitting and compensation patterns, but doing them 3 times a week for a month will completely reset how your body functions. By week 8, these movement patterns become automatic. Your body remembers how to stabilize properly, and that pain you've been living with, it just isn't there anymore. If this helped you, share it with someone you know who's dealing with joint pain or back problems. Chances are they've been told it's just part of getting older. Show them there's a better way. And if you want that complete program I mentioned, Reboot Your Body, it's linked in the description below. Stay consistent with these 5 movements. Your body will thank you.